is the only reason they
Well,
can. But that's the thing. That's again, it's the only reason they can get away with a Latina actress.
I'm calling her off-white the rest of the time.
You're not SnowWhite. You're off-white.
I'm gonna call her that the rest of the time. All right, off-white.
It's about to be super racist, but muddy white.
I mean, the actress is technically the actress is half Polish. Colombian.
Well, she's not white, so it's not
off-white. That's one of those races.
Yeah, off-white is better.
Go. Push the play button.
But yes, here we go.
As she grew, the king and queen taught Snow White that the bounty of the land belonged to all who tended it. They showed her how to rule with love, for someday her destiny would be...
Some of those lyrics were so bad.
As far as the
affirmations.
I will grow.
I will grow. I am good. I am lovable.
Okay. My thing, I get it. It's fictional, fantastical, whatever. Europe. Why is there like 20 different races in the same town square? Like, they had every diversity hire you could ever get.
And it's funny because like every single person had every single male had the same haircut. It was like a weird like. It was
like the weird like
Lord Farquaad haircut.
Okay, but
is he a broccoli hair or Lord Farquaad?
Pretty much. It makes no sense.
This was supposed to be Snow White and the 7 diverse magical creatures, so they had to get their diversity in there somehow because this is an already politically charged movie.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw there's at least 9 different races shown, and there's nothing, and obviously none of us are, xenophobic or racist or anything. It just doesn't make sense for the context of what kind of world this would be, because for example, there's shows like Game of Thrones. For what it is, obviously, I've never seen it, but there is diverse actors in the sense of they're from different countries in the world. So it makes sense that they're different races. Like there's a country that they're all black because they're south. They're in this southern deserty land, and it shows and it's established that those people are black and all this stuff. While this is just here's this conglomeration. So I feel like you can do diversity smartly in a way that makes sense and connects with the world, and it's just Disney kind of fails in that department. So like I said, I have nothing wrong with diverse actors. It's great to have everybody. It just needs to make sense.
Because they're trying to go for like the perfect world sort of thing of diversity and stuff, but
everyone's fair and everyone's free and everyone's the same.
But it's one of those things where not everyone is the same. Not everyone's like having the same experience in every single situation. Where no wonder people in the world are kind of going like, "Oh, this area isn't diverse because it's not like that Disney movie I watched."
Right.
Like there's positive and negatives to it. Where like, of course, it's fun. Us talking longer than we've been watching.
I think in their positivity, I think the colors are very vibrant and very fun, which
True.
definitely pulls you in as a viewer. But I mean, you disagree?
No, I'm just kidding.
So politics aside, it does look very good.
Looks very good because they definitely pulled off the color schemes really well.
We'll wait till all the CGI moment starts.
That's facts.
Yeah. But I do also have to give it this: the ensemble singing is well done.
Oh yeah, it sounds good.
It's just the lyrics.
And I think the lyrics are cringe, but I think they got some pretty good singers in terms of just I'm interested to see how Rachel Zegler sings.
What's funny is from what I read, that's the best part of the movie.
Her singing?
She's a theater kid.
Okay.
She did theater in school and stuff.
What? She oogwayed with one freaking pedal.
For those listening, basically the 3 of them, the mom, dad, and SnowWhite, are leaning over. A pedal hits in the water where they're looking, where the mom is, and she disappears.
It's just like my mother, father's daughter. Bloop.
Says father, daughter.
Oh no! Where'd she go? She turned into a flower. How'd she die?
She fell ill. That's all we know.
Did she fall ill or fall in the well? Like,
She
what?
just freaking like got Thanos snapped out of him.
Bush.
I mean, it's Disney. They can do what they want.
You think in the magical world that's actually how it works? They just kind of poofed.
They just poof.
Alright.
Daughter, I'm not feeling so good.
Yeah, you're supposed to play. You gotta rewind 10 seconds though. That was funny.
Mr. White, I don't feel so good. Oh.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Where did her hair go? Like, why did she go? Like, seriously, she walks in and she's beautiful. Like, obviously any guy would be like, dang, like, that is an attractive woman. But, like,
I won't deny
now
that.
she's freaking, like, what are you doing? She wants to be the fairest in the land. Then why the freak are you covering your hair? That is your biggest asset right now.
She covers her hair, puts on an ice cream cone, and then wraps the curtains around her. Like, hey, there's no whispering in the podcast. You can record anything you want to say. It's fair game.
I can't do that.
But it is funny though, because she really does just kind of go
Backwards.
Like, she goes from like, you know, the hot, I guess,
guy that she
yeah,
he's gonna fall in
hot
love
chick
with.
sort of thing. Then she goes to like the weird grandma who always wears black.
Shawls.
Yeah, it's like the Winchester lady.
Alright.
Well, it's true. She looks like her. Alrighty.
Costume!
Okay, let's go back first though. Like, mirror, mirror on the wall. What is the body movement? She's like, mirror, mirror on the
she's
wall.
doing like the red bone dance thing, you know, where you're like,
Like, tell me, mirror. Like,
You don't-
she's trying to seduce the mirror. Like,
All I gotta say though is right when that mirror popped out, derp face immediately. Just, his eyes are so far apart. It's like, oh, the face.
oh, look at the cotton, that's so bad.
I like the blue and black.
The blue and black looks good, but it looks like they just shoved paper towels up their legs.
Yeah, if you get shot, it's going straight through. And what's with all like the Legend of Zelda rupees? Like, let's go steal gold.
I do like that, you know, talking about color scheme, I mean, it all went dark.
Oh yeah, it was
From your bright, vibrant colors, they were a happy kingdom to your dark blues and blacks. Like, I think that transition looks
Just wait,
good.
just
And
wait until you see the dwarfs, and we're gonna be telling a different story.
I think that's kind of the same thing with the rupees or whatever.
Rupees.
Is
The
it's
blue
kind
one
of
equals
the
20 rupees.
it's kind of the symbolism of taking all that color, like you were saying. She's
Yeah.
taking that into herself, away from the world, sort of
Right.
thing. Which I gather is what they're going to be doing in a second. But
Continue.
here we are.
Okay,
Alrighty, so far,
so far
she becomes an adult. She's seen the sad kids and stuff. That's whatever. She has
meets
the Lord
Prince Phillips,
Farquaad.
Who's now a thief.
The prince? Is that the prince?
I'm sure that's the
I'm
prince.
sure that's his
Or
character,
who
but
it's
not-
going to be?
It's,
Yeah.
it's going to be the character,
It's
but I
not
don't
Prince
think
Philip,
he'll be a
it's-
prince.
What's his name?
I don't know. The prince?
The
I think it
prince.
literally is just the prince. I could be wrong though.
Because Prince Philip is...
Cinderella?
No. Sleeping Beauty.
Right.
Okay, why was she... First of all, she's cracking like she's eating, but she never actually eats. So
Ye-
she's just
I
like...
feel like the way that she's dressed, I feel like she's really into BDSM.
Oh, God. The leather.
The black leather with the choker. Oh, she gets freaky.
She just looks like she's trying to like become like a crystal, which I think is kind of what she's going for.
Her name would be Crystal.
Oh. Yeah, that or like cinnamon or something.
Cinnamon with an S.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. All I can say is Gal Gadot, that's the actress, right?
Yeah, she
Like
can't act.
she's hot when she's not in black and stuff.
And covering her hair.
But
She
in that costume, she's flat. Like, it just makes her look like a twig.
She can't act.
Well,
Yeah, and that's
thing
the
is,
main
Gal
thing.
Gadot universally is not very good at performing. Like she's fine physically, depending on the role, but her line delivery is always so bad. I mean, you got the classic Kal-El, no, from like Justice League.
Yeah.
Superman's about to kill everyone. She's like, Kal-El, no.
She did a good job in Wonder Woman 1 because that was kind of her role. A lot of stuff was new to her. She didn't really understand.
She could just kind of be like fluttering on purpose.
So that was the whole point. But like the second one and every other show she's in, it's just
Kal-El, no.
no.
All right.
And this, it's much more like speak to your people. Speak, people.
I can't wait for her to sing. It's gonna be so good.
Does she sing?
I think so.
And last but not least, the reason we stopped, her face. What the heck?
Well, I can't, like, I know that, like, it's square mirrors, and so it's the refraction slightly that makes. Why does she look like she has like square, like I don't know, she looks special.
And at the same time, I have bias because I've never been a huge fan of that hairstyle.
It's a Lord Farquaad hairstyle.
But that exactly is
Have
what
you
it is.
seen the picture of her
have.
and Lord Farquaad? It's so good.
At the end, and we'll do that at the end. She wears a very similar outfit at the end.
Yeah, we'll do that in our overall review, which we'll do visually.
Let's keep going.
Sweet, can't pause too long. Alrighty, we just finished watching the. Did you say the new song for her
Waiting
song?
on a Wish is the
Waiting on a
original
Wish?
song.
Overall, like, she can sing.
Yeah, her voice. She has a really good voice.
Yeah, really
actually.
good. I still just. She's not good looking just because the hair, I think, is the main thing.
I agree.
Like, I just can't
I
get
think-
past that.
I really do think they were going for like that animated. Like her hair is short in the animation, but they butchered it.
They just need to make it a little bit longer. Past the.
Because
lobe.
hers is like seems like bob like chin length. I feel like the animation was like shoulder length.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of fitting that time. And then plus, I made this comment while we were watching because I thought it was funny. But she like went through all these different areas, went through cleaning and all this stuff, and then she goes to the front and he's still being dragged out. Like he was there for 4 hours or something, being dragged to the front door.
It
What
takes
was all
him a
that
long
about?
time to take his coat and boots off. Okay.
Did they actually take his boots?
I don't know.
Let's see the editing.
It's in this box.
Cut out the heart and put it in this box. Davy Jones' locker. Is that actually in the original story? Like put in the box? Is that an actual thing?
So she
In
tells
the-
the hunter guy, he's like, go kill her, cut out her heart, and put it in this box.
And she just hands her like this jewelry box just here.
Put her heart in this
Well,
box.
Is
Kind
that
of-
part of the original thing?
Yeah, she wants
You know,
her heart.
Her delivery of it is really funny.
And I think I figured out Gal Gadot's kind of main issue is she can act surprised, scared, sad. She just isn't intimidating.
Right.
She doesn't have that, like,
I can agree with that.
I'm the evil witch. Like, even just when she was threatening him, it looked more like kind of sad. And was like, oh, but why not? Versus, how dare you? Like, that sort of thing.
Can we talk about how they had love at first touch? Like, what in the world?
Yeah. Literally just, here's some bread. Oh, I touched her pointer finger. Ah!
Wow. You are the most beautiful thing that I've ever laid my hands on.
And what was the term you mentioned?
Well, so, they're called attachment styles, and it's based on parenting, and I have to look it up again. I think it's right here.
And because she was raised badly and was dismissive.
But, yeah, because the step Gal Gadot was dismissive of her, she has an avoidant attachment style, which pretty much means like she's so Snow White's gonna be more self-reliant, obviously,
Well, yeah.
or and she's going to latch on to people to get that validation, because she didn't get that validation within Gal Gadot, like growing up. I mean, definitely like her parents, if they were still in the picture, she definitely have more of like a secure attachment style because they were able to raise her well.
Yeah, and she'd kind of long for that for others as well and that sort of thing. It's interesting to see that even in the world nowadays because most kids are kind of dismissive of others and latch on to certain affirmations that they can get from like social media, all that stuff. And I hate saying this, but it's at least a good over half of it is because of parents. It's because of the way they're being raised.
So true.
Whether it be like something the parents are doing wrong or right, like regardless, it's just what they're allowing their kids to do and what those kids are returning those affirmations from.
Right.
Where we saw in the first bit, the father was like, trust, whatever's on her necklace, that's positive affirmation in a good way.
Right.
Where, you know, the latter is very angry.
Okay. I'm going to re-say the attachment style because it's not avoidant. It's going to be anxious.
Ah, okay.
There's 4 different ones. And this usually means like the parents were preoccupied with other things. And so they often have like a fear of abandonment, which I feel like she would, obviously. But they seek reassurance. They're very dependent on like others.
Ah, interesting.
I learned that in my psychology class.
Woo!
Woo!
Talk about it. Alrighty, so we just paused right when the forest kind of lit up.
I just like, what? I just am confused at the big tree and why she fell through the earth into the river.
Yeah, that was kind of
like, what? What in the world is going on?
She was getting transported to the magical part of the forest.
If she like slid on something or kind of bounced off a few things into the wall, like it kind of went over, kind of like a.
But the tree was going to grab her, and all of a sudden it just like falls out.
Yeah,
from
like did
under
something
her.
sentient cause that?
And then, how in the world is she giving the deer freaking dry bread? Like, you were just tossed around in the water for the last minute. Like, you're soaked.
And I get it's a magical world, but how did that suddenly switch?
All the magic can make the bread dry.
But last but not least, the last point, I guess, of what we've been watching recently is, run before I change my mind. It's like he's not. It's not like the Maze Runner where they get shot and they change or something, or like they're being mind controlled. The bro just need to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna kill you. Go in there. Not gonna.
Before I change my mind.
And he's like, if he said the first line, like, leave before I change, whatever. But it was the run right after that. It's like, you gonna like turn into a wolf or something?
A werewolf.
Yeah.
Get away! It's like the Thriller music video.
Get away! Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, one quick other comment before we get too far. Throughout this whole movie, she's had just this look on her face of everything is new, some wondrous, magical thing. Even before she got to the magical forest, it's just everything is new and crazy, like a toddler's face when they're seeing for the first time. It's like, whoa.
That moment when they're like 4 and they just like get consciousness.
Yeah, gain sentience.
I'm alive,
Okay, but she's been stuck in a castle for like a really long time. But the only thing about that is like she looked like she was 8 or 9 when her dad died. So it wasn't like she was new to the world.
Yeah.
It's not like, what's a deer? Like, she knows what a deer is.
Yeah, and like obviously she's educated to a certain extent. I doubt the stepmother didn't teach her anything. But
it's just funny. Her look of like, wow, what are you?
Like, you're a man. I fell in love at first touch. It's just, she's had that same look on her face the whole movie.
Right.
It's just kind of been, I don't know, one-sided. I'm afraid.
I'm so scared.
Oh my! What in the world?
Turn it off!
Oh no!
This is...
Look at Toby!
This is like the Polar Express barf.
Yes,
Like,
it totally feels Polar Expressy.
why?
Oh!
What? It's like it's
Not in that. Oh.
Yeah, Doc is the best.
Wait, no,
looking
hand me the remote. There's gonna be a spot I have to pause because I know it's coming.
one. Okay.
All right, we're gonna push play. I'm gonna pause at a certain moment.
What the heck?
What are these atrocities? Like, why have we gone backwards in CGI?
I don't know.
It's so bad.
Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, like prime era. Transformers. Holy cow. For the listeners out there, Josh paused it when he's flying down the rail cart and his mouth is blowing open. Holy cow. It really does just, I don't know, it doesn't match the live action. Like, if the whole movie was animated like this, whatever, it's still some weird Polar Express creepiness, but it doesn't work.
That's the thing. I feel like the animals are CGI differently than the dwarves are CGI.
They
You
are.
know,
And while the environments are CGI differently than everything else.
yeah, it's like they had 4 or 5 different people be like, "Hey, this is your job, is to do all the animals,
Well, there was
but your style is going to be totally different from Jimmy over here, who's going to do the dwarves."
there's a lot of reshoots too. There was a ton of reshoots. So I'm guessing a lot of these were not compiled at the same time, like the timeline of when they were making the movie. So that explains it. Anyway.
The longer I stare at this image, like the more
Where's
creepiness.
his uvula?
Yeah, that was my first question.
Okay, first of all, Dobie looks ridiculous.
He looks
out
really.
of all of them.
He looks like a normal person with a giant head.
Yeah, he looks weird. But, like, since when were the dwarves magical? Like, they literally just went to work every day to mine. Like, you saw them...
You saw them mine in the original,
Yeah, like, whistle while you work. You know, like...
Mm-hmm.
But what is with the glowing hand?
I don't know.
Magical creature.
It just... Because in the originals, were they, like, dwarves in, like, their own, like, race? Or is it just, dwarves? Like, were they human? Like... I don't mean to bring that up or anything, but I'm just... Because in this, if it's meaning more like dwarfen race, maybe in this world, like, they have magical power, but that still doesn't make any sense in terms of
But, like, I
the
feel like
plot.
they're adding magic where they don't need to add magic. Because, like...
The original, really, the only magical power was the witch.
But even then, she didn't really have magic. She was just really good at, like, conjuring potions and stuff.
Yeah, it was more
really
of
just,
the
it was
witchy
just
side.
the magic mirror that really had
Yeah.
magic. That was the only thing.
Like, even the animals and stuff wasn't really magical.
No, they didn't.
It
No
was
one
just...
had magic except for the magic mirror. And so I feel like they're adding magic to this magical world where it's just like, okay, but I feel like you're missing
Yeah, where if other people have magic, wouldn't there be a way, like, to
Just
fight
stop.
back, or...
Yeah. Like, why is she the only one that has magic?
Yeah. Interesting, because it's going more into, like... I don't even know. Interesting. Alrighty, so we just paused that after Gal
Gal Gadot's
Gadot's song, yeah.
Ugh.
First of all, she, like, she's not, like, totally atrocity, like, singing-wise.
Well, she can hit notes.
The problem was the mixing was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was, like, she was drowned out a lot of time, probably because of, like, oh, she doesn't seem that great, so we'll just
She
make it
doesn't. So, like, you
Well, she
can't
doesn't.
hear what she's
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
because
she doesn't.
it's so loud in the background with the instruments that, like, they're drowning her out. Plus, like, I don't know, like, and I'm not trying to be, like, racist or anything, but, like, her accent just, like, it doesn't match the vibe of, like,
It doesn't match the
music.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, that's not racist. That's just style. Sort of
I don't
thing.
know. And these dwarfs are freaking creepy.
The best dwarf is either Doc or this guy.
Grumpy.
Not like Grumpy, just because he's like, I just liked his character.
I think
the
they're,
most.
I just feel like they're purposefully made disproportionate to like, I don't know if it are they supposed to be made to look funny, because I feel like that's just as like inappropriate as using actual people as dwarves. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Dopey's definitely the weirdest one.
oh my gosh,
Dopey just looks like a kid with big ears.
I don't know. Let's see if the sexual tension keeps growing between the
well,
two of them.
he like he's love at first sight too, because my goodness. But like, what was that line? I just wanted to meet you.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense,
like,
because it's not like she knew or went there purposefully or even knew who lived there.
Right.
Like, maybe it's like, oh, I wondered who lived here, but it's not like, I wanted to meet you.
I know, and it was just Dopey, and so I feel like he looked at her like, wow.
To Josh's point, the sexual tension. Like,
Yeah, no, you can already see like the way he looks at her is just like he's in love or like infatuated with her.
And you know he had to have that poor freaking CG animator that was forced to do that.
and plus, like, he's the youngest. You probably assume he hasn't really seen a girl before, because they're all
Oh, exactly. I don't think
guys.
any of them have.
And in terms of their song, like, I don't know, none of them have the deep voices of the original.
I know the hi ho killed me because it was like hi ho, but
It's not like the hi ho.
no, exactly.
It's just.
I really wanted it to be like deeper, but I think my big problem with Gal Gadot's song is she doesn't have any fullness, and like you were saying earlier, like she doesn't have that intimidating factor, and so with her not being intimidating, like she just is strutting around the screen, you know. But then to not have a full voice and to really project, she's not fulfilling that evil queen that I want her to be.
Yeah, exactly. And just not a bash on this. It's just more of an observation. Just the music style and the musical style that is being presented is more of a like theater focus, where like even at the end of Gal Gadot's song, that's much more theater, kids dancing, and
Definitely.
much more an on-stage type of musical than fulfilling a lot of the
Right, I feel like
movements and
almost
stuff.
they were trying to go more like Wicked style.
Definitely.
yeah, where it's like
Wicked the movie style like performance rather than like I don't know, like an actual just
where like Les Mis, there's a lot that can only be done within that movie sort of thing versus
Right.
the musical, where this is much more just like you could easily make this into a play.
No, definitely. You know what the worst part is? We're only 40
Everything.
minutes in.
We only have an hour left
We have an
though.
hour 10 minutes left.
Brain is
We'll
die.
be fine. Like
We're gonna die.
we're having brain rot right now. It's fine.
And
I
luckily,
lost it.
like that last one, that was a good like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
exactly.
was-
We're chilling.
Alright. We'll keep going and see how this tracks.
Or in other words, we're dying. Help me, please.
Princess problems ain't it crummy folks won't share.
Alrighty, this song would be the one that I'd probably skip watching this.
Tonight being dead.
Just keep going.
The-
He was just
just,
recording.
I was just recording all of us hating on this song because it's trash.
This is so bad.
Just like Grumpy said, this should be shoved up a place that will never see the light of day. I don't know. Can we just fast forward this part?
Why? Skip the dancing scene.
You want to know what vibe this is giving me? This is like Disney Channel type musical. Where it just has random music and random. Ditto. Josh's dancing in just those 2 seconds were better than anything else.
Right. I got you and Jonathan.
The two love interests, Dopey and Jonathan, having their own special connection.
They legit just poked fingers. They ET'd each other. Just
They're gonna gonna go gay for each other.
Oh, that would
That'd
be
be
the.
the best love
that
story. I would pay to watch that.
Josh, the weird thief guy's gonna go gay for Dopey.
Okay,
No, go back.
Oh, it's gonna be dope. Get it? Dopey. Ah, I hate this movie.
No, wait.
Whoa, holy cow.
No.
Oh, and my other critique before we find
Here,
the spot.
do it.
Basically, when they're like, oh, he took an arrow for you, you didn't realize? It's fairly obvious. If you were hurt,
Seriously, like
you
the
were
arrow is coming for you. You know that.
yeah, it's not like a surprise.
Watch this. No, go back a little bit.
Behind me to hell, they don't give a crap about you. Yeah, it's right here. See, she's giving the same two faces.
Now I don't shake in the shadows. Maybe wherever this road goes,
Baby.
I won't have to walk it alone.
Oh,
Go
dang
back,
it.
Go back.
Rewind.
Keep
Oh,
going.
Oh my
way
gosh.
too far. Just
Yeah,
one
you
tap.
push it. Yeah, one tap.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
The speed difference on Disney Plus sucks. And Josh just broke it.
Okay, they're gonna start dancing here.
Oh yeah, so
Okay.
throughout the past few minutes we have seen many theatrical
That's it.
Just they poop each other's fingers. E.T. phone
They're
home.
going gay for each other.
Wow.
See, that is a love story I would watch.
Amen to that.
It's like a love triangle, but like it's like 3 love triangles with the same 3 people.
So it's an open relationship?
Yeah, they're just it's an open relationship.
That would be a crazy way to end
Who's
it.
the unicorn though?
That would be like the most woke
Who's the
ending.
unicorn? Is it Dopey?
Yes.
I'm getting a donut. Pause this crap.
Oh yeah, and the love interest song sucks.
Jonathan just goes up to her. He's like,
Dopey just starts twerking on him.
It's twerking on Jonathan.
Sup, baby? And he has like a really deep voice. He's like, sup, baby? Come
Come
here.
over here, sweet cheeks.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Dopey would peg John.
Why is she? Why is she spinning in slow mo?
Oh gosh, this is the worst.
I want to die.
This is the worst love song I've ever seen.
I might go watch Wicked. At least that's a good one. I haven't seen it, but why are they in love? Like, there's no reason.
Because originally, I read a thing though. Originally, Jonathan wasn't in the movie as much, but they had to write him in.
Ah.
Because there was backlash that she didn't have any sort of love relationship. So they wrote in this poor dude.
So this movie could have been half as long?
Yeah! They added like 15 minutes to the runtime.
In the original edition, though, were they gay for each other? That would have been.
Oh no!
Why is she making the same face of?
Do it again.
Ah! No, you're trash!
I am fully happy watching this on the like 5-inch by 4-inch little skipping scene. I
Why
really don't
is
mind.
What?
She's gotta turn into the old. Remember, she's gotta look old.
No, she's gotta get drunk. Oh.
She looks more pretty like that.
What the heck is this?
Comedic timing was She's more pretty like that. Immediately has an aneurysm, turns slow.
But she's turning into like the dwarf animation.
Oh
It's
my
like the
God.
dwarf animation.
Well, because remember, she does look old.
Right, like.
Yeah, but why didn't they just keep it like prosthetics or something? Like, why?
There was a part of me really that thought maybe it's just everyone's review bombing.
You know, it's not great. Like, there was a part of me that genuinely thought we were gonna think it's not as bad as we expected.
Right.
Oh, this is just as bad as I was
No,
It's
this
so
is worse, bro.
bad.
This is worse.
I know. I was going in thinking, okay, you have to have an open mind. You have
The first 10 minutes and I was done.
Okay, honestly, the first song was probably my favorite.
Agreed.
'Cause it was just the most
mom pedaled
solid.
away, it went down there.
Pretty much.
No,
Wait away.
no. Once I said she was Snow White because of the storm, that's when it went downhill, and that was the first 10 seconds of the movie.
All I gotta say though is this screenshot of Gal Gadot as the witch. She looks kind of like a dude, like an old man.
Why did she?
He's like an old guy that thinks he can still play the guitar really well, so he grows his hair.
Why did she kind of look like a burn victim?
The poor CGI.
And it's the funny part because yeah, it is CGI. Why don't they just give prosthetics? Like why?
Like literally, you could make this so much better. Like some of the greatest movies don't have CGI because they actually use people and just prosthetics.
And oftentimes a little bit of both. Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Some CGI in the backgrounds, but prosthetics. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Story, the picture of like the Snow White. Once we're done and say this movie is complete butt.
Take a picture of this and just.
No,
be like,
no, I'll do this.
No, you have to do the door.
No, I was gonna do this one. This movie was complete butt.
When you were asked to watch some Snow White.
My brother forcing me to watch Snow White, and I'm just.
Jordan, Josh.
When I get peer pressuring that to watch Snow White.
Okay. Continue. How much longer is this bullcrap?
40 minutes! 40 minutes!
Okay, we gotta take at least 4 minutes away for credits.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
whatever.
like 10 minutes from
It's
credits.
like a half hour.
Okay, we got 30
And
minutes.
maybe in case I fast forward a song or two, because I'm done.
Every song,
I'm done.
I swear,
I'm
every
sorry.
song that wasn't in there originally has been bad. Except for the first one.
But here's the
Oh,
thing.
the first one was solid. Even her first song was okay.
Besides the first two, every other song they've added that wasn't in the original
Even
was
the
bad,
originals
and
are
then the originals
bad.
were done poorly. Like,
I don't even know the originals.
well,
because
Whistle
they're
While You
not
Work
the
was in
same.
there, the High Ho was
Oh.
in there.
Well, Hi Ho was kind of a hoe, and then
Whoever made this movie, your mom's a hoe.
and then the Whistle While You Work, like genuinely, like there was some fun. I did like the kind of jazzy bit at the end. They kind of made it a bop sort of thing, but the whole thing as a whole was kind of trash.
Yeah, alright, just push it away.
Holy trash.
I'm just going.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, she's dead, and I really just don't care.
I think I'll die along with her.
Ditto.
Wow, even Grumpy's crying. That's the most character development right there.
Yeah, Grumpy's the best character in this whole
Literally,
thing.
the most character development, and it's Grumpy crying.
Well, Grumpy said he was misunderstood. Grumpy told a lot about what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And like, go Grumpy.
Is she still there?
How long does she lay there? How is
years.
she not decomposing?
Yeah, 3.5 years passed.
She just comes. Oh, so that's where skeletons came from, and like D&D, that sort of thing. Snow White.
How much time has passed?
45 years later.
Jonathan's like 60. I'm gonna go kiss that old girl.
I
That was the
feel like
longest 10 minutes of my life.
I feel like time has just stopped. Like this movie keeps going and time just is not.
It's like a never-ending hallway.
Exactly.
Okay, that's the thing. Is Gal Gadot gonna turn to a dragon if she doesn't live up?
That's not in this movie.
Really?
That's in Sleeping Beauty.
Oh no, she just falls off a cliff in this one.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, that's what the original one is.
I've seen Snow White, and Dopey's still just
I
depressed.
hate the animated Snow White. Honestly, her voice is so freaking annoying.
I messed up.
I like it because it's just
Apologies.
Disney's like new stuff, like that. Like it's their very first one.
Let me just feel you. Let me just. I just still don't like that he's a bandit and not the prince.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I don't get it. Oh.
Snow White. Oh.
But yes, Josh, Dopey kissing her would have been great.
If Dopey had kissed her, I would have
I
turned.
mean, they have way more sexual tension than she and Jonathan do.
Oh, they're kissing! How does she know how to kiss?
Sucking face.
How does she know? I feel like she would just sit there.
Furiously naked.
That's the same face she's been making this whole time. What's wrong?
What about your father? You mentioned
He's been dead for like 30 years, bro.
30 years?
You're 45 and you still haven't gotten married.
You have daddy issues, sis.
Oh my gosh. When is
And Dopey just wants to get busy with you. But, so.
Dopey just wants to get
Dopey just wants to get lucky, okay?
Let Dopey get lucky. It's like a.
He's gonna turn his name into Lucky, okay?
I'm gonna go to Disney Studios, hold up a sign that just says, "Let Dopey get lucky." Please.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna snow in the middle of the summer.
It's gonna be a hashtag for this podcast.
My father told me.
Oh, go! Shut up!
Okay, is it bad? Because okay, in the original, did she keep talking about her dad
No.
this month?
No,
Okay,
absolutely not.
There's daddy issues.
because I get it, your dad's dead, and I get it, he was kind of like the goodness, but he's dead. Like, what are you gonna
But
do
is
about
he
that?
dead? We never were told that he was dead, did we?
Is he alive though? Do you think the magical witch who
I
just?
think that's honestly. I think that's why that she's talking about it. I think he's supposed to come back somehow.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, we have the next 25 minutes of suffering.
Facts.
Alright.
Stop doing that.
I keep popping the time up on the screen.
Alright,
Okay. Are you ready?
what? Is it something with Dopey?
Are you ready?
Let her try.
Ah!
No.
Why does he sound like the most normal out
I'm
of?
not afraid. Not anymore.
He never talks in the original!
And why does he sound the most normal? Like a person.
And neither am I.
Oh, I'm a brain.
I can't with that.
Touch off, movie.
It's funny because I don't
They
even
can't
know.
make him disabled like they do in the original. Like he's obviously mentally not
Yeah, but
in the original, and so he's just misunderstood here.
no one cares.
Go to hell, movie. Get out of here. Oh, here it comes.
I don't even know what he was talking about. Let her try. Like what are you trying? Like trying to find?
Save the kingdom.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Dude,
You're gonna
there's
fight a
gonna
witch.
be-
Like
There's gonna be a Gollum quote coming up.
my precious.
No, you'll see.
Oh.
There's a Gollum quote. That
I-
before it ends.
Well, we'll see what happens. I want a Snow White that's set in like Game of Thrones type, kind of
like dark fantasy.
dark fantasy sort of thing. Not even like Game of Thrones where it's just like sex and nudity everywhere. But I just mean like actual medieval time based Germany
like
sort of thing.
Like grounded.
Like the people, the situations, the colors, like this kind of shot right here would kind of be most of it. I think that would be really cool.
Holy crap! They have like 6 races on screen.
Okay, left to right. You got like Polynesian in the back. You got ginger Irish. You got just American white. You got like a Hispanic. You got
Latina, and then you got Asian, the little lady, and then you got black kid, and like the guy on the right, like Indian. I think.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
Indian.
all I gotta say though is the song
Holy
is
crap.
actually pretty good so far.
I know.
No,
it's
it
just,
is.
It's just this one shot.
Oh, it is. It's funny. It's
Yeah, we already had that discussion at the beginning. I won't drag it on. That's good. Anyway, push the button.
Continue.
But I mentioned this before. How do they know who she is? They think she's dead.
That's the
She's
thing,
gone.
but like in the beginning, it's like the village all but forgot about her. You know,
So it's like, who's this random lady walking into town? Like I don't
in
care.
red. Like, no, I agree. Like they wouldn't know who she is.
They'd probably just ignore her and be like, "Oh, this chick likes wearing vibrant colors. She's a hippie."
When she's like, "This is my father's house." What popped in my mind is Jesus when he cleanses the temple.
What? Don't you dare compare
No,
this
I'm
to
not
one of the
comparing
best
it.
points.
This is my
Jesus
father's
life.
house.
No, I wasn't comparing it. It's just that's what popped in my head.
Word association to the max.
No,
right
there's
there. Holy
there's
cow.
no comparison. It just that popped in my head when she said that.
I swear every single time we pause on her face, it just looks so
Is
bad.
this some dumb facial? Anyway, push
But yeah,
play.
her dress is pretty dope though.
It is.
It was a headgear.
Like, this is definitely my favorite dress of Gal Gadot so far.
Evil queen.
She's
We're almost done.
so
I just really wish one of them would just kill the other. Be
I know.
done. Like,
I
don't
feel
even
like
care.
just an arrow through the middle of the forehead, I feel like would be really
But the
fun.
funny thing is, I don't even care which one it is.
I know.
just one of them. I don't know.
Give me some
Dopey.
gore, okay?
Dopey just walks out.
Pulls out an automatic.
That'd be dope. I'd pay to see that.
Get away from her. Into your hate.
And you're journeying to the dark side of Queen.
Do it.
Do it. Literally, this is the biggest post anyone
Look at
has
that
thread.
face. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
It's actually probably the most fitting face she's given in this whole movie.
Not this way. Guards, hold on.
Literally, her only power is roses. Like, what is
Here
this?
comes.
Let the people watch her die.
She's gonna say something to the queen that's so funny.
It's funny because that's actually what people enjoyed back then, was public killings. I am your father.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
My
My name
name
is Inigo Montoya.
My name is SnowWhite.
My name is Sandy Brown.
Oh,
What's his name?
His name.
you were a farmer. In Western Vale.
My name is Paul Atreides, Duke of Arrakis.
Do you remember how she said, like, remembering a name her mom told her was, like, one of the most important things to do? Can you stop mocking me?
Yeah, like I get it, but it's
And so she's going to turn these people back to her because she knows who they are.
She talks to the other guy. You're a baker.
You're a baker of
Enough.
William,
She was like
Remember-
7.
How does she know everyone's name?
I said enough. There was a time where we lived with hope.
There was a
Here, shh.
Good things were nurtured and allowed to grow. I remember. I remember.
I remember when.
Do you?
I remember when.
Stab her. Do it.
I remember.
I forgot.
I wish I didn't remember.
I remember. I wish I could forget this movie.
I hope I never
And
remember. Name is Diego Montoya.
and I,
Die.
Oh, big man.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Leave. Now. And never come back.
Yo, else said that? Gollum.
Leave now and never come back. Well, you see, when she destroyed the mirror, it was actually like Voldemort. It was her, what was it? Horcrux?
It's like Voldemort.
The mirror was her Horcrux, and she destroyed it.
She joined the Disney Hall of Dust.
Wow.
That's bad.
Okay, but that's the thing. That's total sequel bait.
Totally.
The
That's
Queen
so
returns.
bad.
Not that they're gonna make a sequel to this trash.
This is.
Wow, they got LEDs on the side of the mirror. It's pretty dope.
Wow.
Hey, It's my second favorite character, the black guy. He said, "Run! Run! Before I change my mind."
Okay,
And
if
I hate
he doesn't walk up to Snow White hand in hand with Dopey, I'm going to cry.
I could see that guy joining him too, to be honest. Like a 4.
Joining their open relationship.
Yep. I could see her totally just being like, the kingdom will now be a giant open relationship.
That is
Her name
so stupid.
was SnowWhite.
And her name is Lord Farquaad!
Shut up, Dopey!
In the dark of the night, they will find her. Find her! I don't know,
Are we done yet?
Dopey reading that, I don't know.
Makes me mad.
It's funny because you gather this is like the next day or later that day or something, or that week. Why do they need to read a whole story about her? Like,
Right. The end. Finally. Hallelujah.
Get out of here, Hedgehog. You're gay.
a hedgehog is actually the
Mark
cutest.
Webb? You know, Mark, he directed the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
How did the man go downhill this far? Like, holy cow.
Go to the freaking heck movie. Fetch off.
Oh,
Good thing it was
credit.
10 minutes of credits.
seriously.
15,
I
bro.
feel like we would have died.
No.
We almost did. Okay, for violence? Is PG for violence? I don't
What
know.
violence was in
I
there?
know, I want to know.
She
What?
fell in the water.
Well, I guess he gets shot with an arrow.
I guess, but even then you don't see it. It just looks like a stick.
Okay, it's just a trailer.
That was so bad.
Holy frick.
Drama, musicals, fantasy, garbage.
The movie was straight butt.
Do we even need to give it a rating?
2
Should
out of
we?
10.
Actually, okay, we are going to consult with ourselves. We are now giving our final thoughts and overall review, and then we're going to go through a few different categories on just kind of pros and cons about each kind of visual or character. We'll just clarify as we go through.
Writing, I give it a 2.5 out of 10. So 1 out of 4. Most of the dialogue was either cringy or just didn't. There was no like, wow, that's a good line. And most of the lyrics were like that too. The songs were not very well written. I mean, like some of the ensemble performances were fine, but as far as the lyrics themselves, it wasn't great. And then the one positive I'll say is that for how whimsical they were trying to make everything, it was very whimsical dialogue to a fault.
Yeah, it was like the
Yeah.
pro was their con.
The pro was the con. And then Jonathan's character seemed really shoehorned in, but it's because of reshoots that he was shoehorned in. So that's a given. Alright, that's mine.
I gave it a 2 out of 10. I agree. I feel like the songs, I feel like they were just very like simple, like juvenile in terms of lyrics. And it's not like you need like big extravagant words or anything, but it just seemed like just really stupid. They come across as dumb because like father, mother, daughter, you know, like I don't know, they just seemed really like juvenile in terms of like their word use. But I also agree that like Jonathan's character, it just like I didn't like how they portrayed him. Like they went totally away from like the prince and the princess, you know. And I don't know why they did that, but I didn't love it.
Right. As far as myself, writing, I give it a 3 out of 10. I don't believe anything deserves a 1. If you make it, whatever. Like you did it. I didn't give it a 2 because I was able to follow the overall story. I was able to kind of understand what was going on half the time. The other half I chose not to. And I do agree Jonathan's character was a little blah, and you can kind of tell that things were rewritten. It was very sporadic. And the ensemble writing, I feel, was really good. Like, I liked the ensemble, and I'll mention that later on. But overall, just, it felt so long, but the main plot points were so fast.
It just kept focusing on the very blah parts of it all. And lastly, just it felt very theatrical in terms of like the ending songs.
There was just too much music.
Yeah.
Like too many random songs that just like didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't memorable. There was no choruses. It was all just talking. Yeah. I won't go on, but characters.
Characters, I gave it a 1.5 out of 10. This is my lowest rating of the 3 categories. There was no character development for literally anybody, except the only one I'd say is maybe Grumpy. You could tell had a little bit of a lightening of heart, and that was pretty much as far as the development went. I feel like everyone was very flat. The chemistry between the characters was really flat too. Dopey and SnowWhite honestly had a stronger chemistry than the Jonathan and SnowWhite, the actual love interest.
It's true.
And just the performance of the Evil Queen wasn't imposing at all, and so there's just no chemistry really that should have been there, and then little to no development. Just you didn't really give a crap about anybody by the end. So I give it a 1.5 because characters and writing are the 2 most important parts of a film to me, and if you botch the characters and the writing, it's immediate no-go. So that's why I judge a little harder.
True. I gave it a 2 out of 10. Like, I was teetering between a 2 and a 2.5, just because I feel like there were a couple, like, more memorable characters.
Sure.
In a sense where, like, I liked Grumpy. I thought he was, like, the best character out of everyone. But, like, there were characters that you liked, but the problem was it wasn't the main characters. You didn't like the main characters. At least I didn't. I thought they were forced. It was the side characters that really like pushed that rating up a little bit for me, more closer to a 2.5. But like, I don't think they cast this well out.
For myself, characters, I give it a 2. The casting was horrible. The plot development. I mentioned this earlier, there was just no tension between character. There was no plot. There was no... I didn't care. And, like, there can be something with horrible cinematography, horrible writing even, but you care about a character because of how they are, because you can relate to them. There was nothing in this. And I know a lot of the kind of side stuff by the actors it was supposed to be more relatable, and there was a lot of rewrites and that sort of thing. And I know her personal goal, the main actress, was to make it a kind of hoorah for girls to watch and enjoy, and I don't mind that, but I don't know, I don't feel anyone could relate to this in that way, to connect to something to actually apply later in life. It's just kind of blah.
Facts.
Alright.
Cinematography.
Last category before the overall. I gave the cinematography a 2 out of 10. The one pro, the lighting was okay in certain scenes, mostly anything where there wasn't CGI involved. like you could tell the lighting was trying to be used in effect, and so I will give it that. But pretty much everything else was bad. The set design was weird, the costumes were bad, and this obviously the biggest thing is the CGI in general is bad, especially with the dwarves. I mean, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the dwarves, and I just think they should have hired actors with dwarfism that would have loved to do this. I think that would have been better and more diverse and with what they were trying to do.
Better representation.
Better representation of different acting groups and stuff. And the film really suffered because of that choice made, and then because of that, the CGI artists were extremely rushed, and the dwarfs just look creepy, and the animals were weird. Nothing fit really in that direction at all. So I give it a 2.
No, I agree. I mean, I remember hearing, I don't even remember where it was, where some actor that had dwarfism.
Peter Dinklage was the one.
He was like, "This is like our time to shine." Like, why would you not let us have this? But then they chose.
Did he say the opposite?
No, Peter Dinklage actually said the opposite.
I remember someone.
I think
did
Maybe it
another
was
say-
someone else.
someone else
Yeah.
did, but yeah, Peter Dinklage was like, no, it's stupid.
He's the one who basically sparked the not having.
Yeah.
Right, but I remember like
Someone
there
else
was
did,
someone
yeah.
that was like, "This is like us, like this is our."
Yeah, I remember seeing a bunch of posts of kind of people in that
I feel like there was
condition wearing,
mixed feelings on
like
it.
holding signs saying, "Why not?" Like,
Yeah.
give us a
No,
chance.
exactly. For me, I gave it a 2 out of 10. I feel like the CGI in general was just, it was too different. You know, like all like the dwarves versus the animals versus even Gal Gadot when she turns into the old lady. You know, like there were very different styles.
Weird one.
And it just like made it feel really disconnected, because if you wanted to go for like animated but real world, you would want like the same style throughout the whole movie, in my opinion. But I really liked the color choices, especially at the beginning. I thought it was very vibrant, very fun. And I did like kind of how they took that away, brought it back, took it away, brought it back. I think that was like a good contrast, but honestly, in the end, it was just not very good.
For myself, I gave it a 4.
Wow.
Yeah, a little high, you know, just barely under crap. Overall, just because even though the CGIs were really weird, and I did think the dwarves were kind of terrifying, kind of harnessing my fear of dolls a tad, just that uncanniness of it, just they were CGI'd good. If that's what their intent was, they were CGI'd well. And even the old lady, she was CGI'd well, if that was their intent, to be that kind of CGI sort of thing, like Polar Express-y vibe. However, to your point, Lydia, it wasn't consistent, and that's why I put it down. But the reason I give it a 4 is because I did like those color changes, the kind of theming around that, but also the landscapes I thought were very well done. The landscapes did look good, like the water and everything sort of thing, and even the forest, like ignore the animals, those were weird, but the forest did look cool and it did look good and was CGI'd well, sort of thing. So that's kind of why it bumped it up. Throughout us talking, I've gone from 5.5 to 5 to 4.5 to 4, so it'll probably go back down to maybe like a 3.5.
I feel like yours would be like a 3 if it wasn't intentional to have them look like that, and 4 if it was.
Yeah, so I'll probably bump it down to a 3
But
because
I think
it was
intentional, because they literally
I don't
wouldn't
know.
have put it on the screen if that wasn't.
Are you sure though it's Disney
You
though?
would be
That's
surprised. There's a thing called production hell, and this definitely went through it. Where basically,
Oh, it did.
The CG
Yeah.
animators were definitely rushed and stuff to finish. So maybe, but maybe not. So that's
So, yeah,
Maybe it was just more of like a compromise.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5 just to kind of compromise as well. So.
All right, overall rating, and I'm keeping this to 2 sentences because I've rambled on about stuff, and this is my overall. Like, if I was to publish an article, overall 2 out of 10, straight butts. Felt like I ate the poisoned apple, and there you go. No more. This movie's dumb, and I'll never watch it again.
Facts. Mine also came out to be a 2 out of 10. I just didn't like it. I didn't think the story flowed well. I think it was very choppy in ways. But honestly, its only saving grace was the ensemble.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that was literally its only saving grace.
beginning and the end.
No, seriously. How sad is that? Like, the beginning was kind of like, okay, like, I feel like we can get through this.
I'm not vibing yet. but
And then,
okay.
like, the middle, it was just like, bleh. And then the end, it was like, finally, we're done. Let the ensemble sing us out, you know? Yeah, it was trash. Like, I would not watch this again, and I would never allow my children to watch this. That's how bad it was.
Mine, overall, I have to agree, 2 out of 10. The pros were, like, some of the sceneries, the landscape. Like, it looked cool. It was a nice, colorful area. and the ensemble. The cons was legit everything else. So if I had to leave a review similar to my brother's, I would simply say leave now and never come back. Please. Never come back! Plain and simply, this sucked.
It's dumb. Don't watch it.
I wasted 3 hours of my life.
I'm going to go cry and regret not sleeping during the movie.
Anyway.
Alrighty, thanks for listening. This is the first one of our new podcast.
Woohoo!
The Black Hole.
Oh, God.
Name to be determined.
But
We're not
this
sure.
movie's straight butt. Don't watch it. I'm guessing most of you that are hate watching it have probably already watched it. And yeah, hopefully next time is better.
And if you've stayed with us for this whole hour and 10 minutes, it's a better hour and 10 minutes than watching that movie for the 2 hours that it is.
And maybe next time we'll be sponsored by Kroger.
Yep. So like and subscribe.
Bye.
Leave now!
And never come